On this week's Waypoint, Early Access has some challenges, advertising budgets must have been huge, and Yoshi-P gets sentimental. What's up, guys, and welcome to Waypoint, your weekly Final Fantasy XIV recap for August 30th, 2013. I'm your host, Kat Andresco. Well, now it's launched, collector's editions have been unpacked, players have already started to level up, and Final Fantasy fans are trying to avoid spoilers everywhere they look. As things got underway, there were a few issues though. Square Enix seemed to be very surprised by the number of gamers trying to log into the game. Due to high server populations and the increasing numbers of characters being created, login limits and character creation limits were imposed on the servers in the NA/EU data center to keep population levels in check. This, combined with the lack of a login queue, has left many gamers getting world-full errors over and 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 over again while trying to log in. Square Enix has apologized for the issues and is now trying to make changes to not only the NA/EU data center, but also the Japanese data center. Launch challenges aside, the actual gameplay feedback has been quite positive. Fans seem to be extremely happy with the story aspect, and are eager to get their hands on some more playtime. Square, we just want to play your game. Please? Pretty please? As we approached the launch, we saw a number of TV commercials from all over the world. If you missed any of them, head on over to xivnation.com, they're all posted there. The commercials are awesome, but wow, did you see the huge installation for Shibuya Station in Tokyo? How do you get your advertising to stand out? This is how. Included in this impressive display was the Eorzea mirror. Using a monitor that spanned 30 feet, cameras and other sensors were able to pick up motions from passing visitors and reflect them back using the emotes of an in-game character. The effect? Pretty cool look at what you'd look like as a citizen of Eorzea. The next time you get amped up, excited, or disappointed by anything video game related, take comfort in the fact that it isn't just gamers who get emotional over their games. At a live stream developers event to celebrate this week's launch, Yoshi-P sat down with the leads on the project and performed a Q&A to both an in-person crowd and the internet. While most of the event was lighthearted and celebratory, the end saw some moments from an emotional and probably exhausted Yoshi-P. As he closed the event, he had to turn away a few times to hold back tears from the crowd. But what made him so emotional? The same thing that makes some gamers emotional, their love for their favorite franchises. The translations show that not only did he lead off his closing speech with an apology to the NA/EU customers, but he also expressed his love for the Final Fantasy franchise, and how he hopes that players felt the game deserved to be saved just as much as he did. As a last interesting tidbit, he let the crowd in on the fact that the development team found out they were going to rebuild the game just 2 days before the public was told. Talk about last-minute notice. This week, Square launched a new website, the Mog Station. The new combination site allows gamers to manage their account, upgrade their game to a collector's edition, organize their subscriptions, and basically run their Final Fantasy business all in one place. While the site still does currently link to and from some older sites, this is a massive step in the right direction for Square Enix. Having covered grand companies last week, we went through all the questions you've sent us and decided to focus on limit breaks. Limit breaks are a special skill that can be used when you're in party-based content. When running a dungeon, for instance, you'll see the limit break bar above the list of party members. As you work your way through the dungeon, beating up baddies and taking bosses down, this meter will fill up. When full, any party member can initiate a limit break. Take a look at your Actions and Traits menu if you're looking for the limit break button. You will need to coordinate this with your party though, as each member's role will determine what will happen when you activate Limit Break. Tanks will cast a defensive buff on the party, healers will drop a big heal on the entire group, ranged DPS initiate an area of effect attack great for multiple enemies, and melee DPS will trigger a single target attack dealing tons of damage. You only get one shot here though, because once a party member activates the Limit Break, you'll have to fill the meter once again before anyone can use it. Last up here on Waypoint, we again want to take some time to showcase your greatest work. Drawings, videos, or tattoos. If it's Final Fantasy XIV related, we want to see it. Okay, check this out. Take a look at XIV Nation member Linka Suniva's super sweet Mikote and Choco image. And if you haven't already checked out the XIV Nation, head on over to xivnation.com and join the fastest growing Final Fantasy XIV community on the web. That does it for this week's episode of Waypoint. Be sure to check back every week for updated Final Fantasy XIV news. I'm Kat Andresco, and you can follow me on Twitter @KatAndresco. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next Waypoint.
Game Breaker TV.